Hello YouTube and welcome back to UK Highland Photography. I'm Strober and today we're going to be talking about the Pixel X800N Standard for Nikon. Now let me clear up some confusion here. Us Nikon shooters, we have got two versions of the X800N. We have the Pro version and then we have the standard version. So what's the difference between the standard version and the Pro version? The answer is the standard version does not have a radial trigger. The Pro version does have a radial trigger. Now that we've clarified that, let's move on and talk about the X800N Standard in more detail then. Starting with the head, we have got a lock button on the side. When we press this in, it allows us to move the speedlight either up, down or around. So let me just move it around to the camera. So here, if I pull it out, we can see that we have got a wide panel in addition to a reflector. Now, reflectors and wide panels are very common on most new speedlights nowadays. So now that we've seen that, we can have a look at the screen. Now the screen is in high definition, it's very well evenly illuminated, and basically beneath that we have these buttons. Now Pixel claims these buttons to be made out of metal, and they say that they can be pressed thousands upon thousands of times, etc. On the side of the speedlight we have the PC port located at the bottom of it. Then above that we've got the external power port for a battery pack in addition to a firmware update port. We turn it around to the other side and we can see that we have got a battery compartment. At the bottom of the speedlight we have got a metal foot, and in addition to that we have got this awesome fixed lock to securely mount the Pixel X800N Standard to your DSLR. This I find awesome because I own a SB600 from Nikon and I work with them all the time, but mysteriously they always appear to unlock themselves when I'm working on assignments. To be honest, I'm waiting for the day that the SB600 does drop off my DSLR because it does not have a secure fitting lock like this speedlight does have. So that is pretty cool. Now that we've discussed the body of the Pixel 800N, let's move on and have a look at some of the advanced features of it. Now, this is the thing that's confused me with Pixel. Pixel, you tend to call this the standard version. That confuses me as a photographer because standard to me just means the basics, okay? This does not have just the basics. It has the basics in addition to advanced modes, which makes me ask the question, why have you called this standard? Let me give you an example. The Pixel X800N Standard, it works with the Nikon creative lighting system. So how can it be standard? Let's just move on from that point and talk about it more. So it works with the Nikon creative lighting system. So this means this speedlight here can control an SB900, or an SB900 can control the Pixel X800N. That's cool. However, yes, this speedlight does have a strobe, I can't pronounce this word. I'm going to call it repeat and flash. Yes, this speedlight does have a repeat and flash mode. However, the repeating flash mode cannot be used within the Nikon creative lighting system. So Nikon branded speedlights can repeat themselves within the system itself. So if this was the master flash, this could tell other slave speedlights to flash on and off repeatedly. However, you cannot do it with the X800N because it's not that advanced. When I found out about this, I really got excited because Pixel, you have seriously just upped your game within the speedlight market. Okay, I don't know if you guys know, but Pixel have only recently just entered the speedlight market, and I'm telling you now, they're doing very, very well because look what they've just given us. You see that, guys? They've given us a laser. That, guys, that is no weak LED. This is a strong, powerful laser. And Pixel, again, congratulations, because that's the kind of technology that professional photographers need. Having these weak LED lamps, and calling them autofocus lamps, is ridiculous because they don't help photographers get the job done. Having strong, powerful laser lamps like this, autofocus lamps like this, that's awesome because professional photographers such as wedding photographers, nightclub photographers, or any other kind of photographer that works within low light conditions need that kind of technology in order to allow the DSLRs to see in the dark. So again, Pixel, congratulations. However, there is a but. And what is the but about this laser focus then? Have a look at the screen now. You see the way Pixel, this is the pattern of the laser illumination lamp on the X800N. You see the way that it's centered in the middle. Well, that's what, in my opinion, that's what the problem is. Even though Pixel's done a great job with the laser, they can improve it by taking that centerness and making it wider. Because Pixel, if you leave it in the center, that means as the photographer, we can only lock on to people or subjects that's in the center of the photograph. If we had a wider selection, a wider area selection, then that means we could just go across and lock on to the person that may be on the right of the screen, or to the left, lock on to the subject on the left of the screen. But instead, what we've got to do now is we've got to use the lamp, the laser, we've got to turn the camera over, lock onto the person on the right, or lock onto the person on the left, and then reframe the shot again, whilst keeping the focus locked into the DSLR. So Pixel, in future models, I would like to see you improve on this laser technology. So what else is cool about the Pixel X800N? Like its predecessor, the Pixel Mago, it has got an awesome zoom head. Now, let me show you this. Just let me lock on here. Okay, listen to this on my microphone, guys. You hear the way I'm trying to confuse the zoom head? And it's just maintaining its quality. It doesn't get confused whatsoever. And that's what I love about the zoom head of the Pixel X800N. As a matter of fact, I actually got creative with the adjustable zoom whilst on assignment. Have a look at this photograph. You see the way that the image appears to have a light fall off? Well, that was created by me zooming in to a focal length of 120 millimeters whilst shooting the actual photograph itself on 18mm. So as you can see from the photograph here, you can play around and be really creative with this feature. Now, if them features ain't enough for you, then I'm pleased to tell you that the Pixel X800 also has a sync speed of up to 800th of a second. Not only that, but it also has a built-in sleep mode, which is kind of cool because when it goes to sleep, the screen tells you it's gone to sleep. Not happy with that, but it's also got an overheating protection mode. So if you're shooting your Speedlite on full blast constantly all the time, then the Speedlite will simply just go into like its sleep mode, and it will hibernate until it cools back down to a safe level in order to you to continue. So let's move on and discuss my findings with regards to the Pixel X800N. During my test, I shot over 600 photographs. That's 600 photographs, guys. So that's heavy usage of this Speedlite during a test. All my photographs was done in a nightclub. All of them were shot in low light conditions. That means that I was using the laser capabilities of this Speedlite to its maximum. And what did I notice about the Speedlite during my test of it? What I noticed is that the X800N, it has a fantastic even distribution of light. When it pumps out its flash, then it pumps it out evenly and it illuminates the subjects fantastically. So I was over the moon with that. What else did I notice? Okay, I noticed that every now and again it had a slight focus problem. It wasn't a big deal. As photographers, we've got to learn to adapt to our tools of the trade, and I was able to work with this problem experienced. Again, it was like 1 out of every 15 shots I would notice a slight focus. Basically, let me explain this in more detail. Basically, the laser would illuminate the subject, and then it would tell the camera it was locked on, and then we would take the photograph. But when I examined the photograph in more detail, it was slightly out of focus. Now this, again, it was like in 1 in every 15 shots that I kind of noticed that. So there was a slight focus issue there for me, but nothing major. And yeah, so let me catch up with it, guys, whereabouts I am. And yeah, I've already talked about this. There was a nice light fall off with regards to using the zoom feature. So what needs improved with the X800N? Well, they need to work on the laser, as mentioned, and if they could look into that slight focus issue, perhaps a firmware update might, you know, sort that out. But what I really like about the X800N is that you're getting a lot of technology for less than £100, okay? For 100 quid, you're getting a Speedlite that's totally compatible with the Nikon creative lighting system, both as a master and as a slave. The menu system is exceptionally easy to use. If you haven't seen my video on the demonstration of how to use the menu system, please click here and check out that video and see how easy it is to navigate around the menu system. And you know, the laser, it's up there with the professionals now. This is up there with professional photographers to use to make money from their photography, because the laser is that missing tool what all third-party Speedlites have been missing, and Pixel's done it. They're giving you it here. And the simple fact is, I like you've got the overheat protection mode, because again, you know, you're not going to break it. That's awesome. So finally guys, would I recommend the standard version of the Pixel X800N to other photographers? For under 100 quid, of course I would, guys. I would say snap him up at that price, because it's a lot of technology you're getting for under 100 quid. Right guys, I'm going to move on, and I'll catch you all later. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and when you get the time, check out online shop over at www.ukhighland.com. Right guys, see you all later, and thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel.